Jai Hind all. Myself Amrita Asthana. In today's video lecture, we will discuss about the subject Digital System Design according to the Abdul Kalam Technical University Lucknow. We have the code as KEC 302. So, in this particular video lecture, we will take the topic from first unit, and that is hexadecimal to octal conversion. Some binary arithmetic operations we will see, and the sign number concepts we will also see in this video lecture. Now, the conversion for hexadecimal to octal. So, hexadecimal code we have as base 16. Here the octal is having base 8 and binary is having base 2, and this decimal is having base 10. So, from hexadecimal to octal, whenever we go, we just take the mid path and we convert the binary of hex code, and then we make the groups of 3 bits, because here 8 is equal to 2 raised to the power 3. So, we need 3 bits here, and this will come in 4 bits. So, from 4 bits we will represent the given hexadecimal code in its bit form, and then we will group in 3 bits. Okay. So, first step is clear that we are using binary as intermediary. So, 1 F0C, for 1 we will have 0001. For F we will write 1111 and 0000 1100. Okay. That means if I write like this 0001, okay, 1111 0000 and 100. So, what I am going to do is, I will just starting from here making groups of 3. So, here okay. So, now I will write for this as 0, this as 1, this as 7, this is 4, this is 1, and this is. So, we have the code in its octal form. If you want to exclude this 0, you can exclude, because 0 is having no value for this, because it is at the extreme left side. So, 17414 is the octal code for the given hexadecimal number. Let us consider one exercise for converting all the codes with each other. That is, if we are given 33, so we need to convert in its binary, then octal, then decimal. Okay, and here for converting in binary we will divide successively, divide by 2. Here we will divide by successively by 8, and we will divide 16 successively to get the hexadecimal code. Similarly, if the binary is given, how to write the decimal and how to write the octal. For octal we will make the groups of 3, and for hexadecimal we will make the groups of 4, and here we will just for converting binary to decimal we will take the weight and we can convert like that. If the octal is given, how to convert, we will write the binary, equivalent binary, and that is 7 1 1 1 0 0 0 and 3 is 0 1 1. So here 7, if I want to write, the binary will be like this. Okay, if I want to take the hexadecimal, then I need to like this, and this 1 1 1 0 0 0 0 1 1 1 is equivalent to 1 is hexadecimal code. Okay, 1 1 0 0 will be my C and 0 0 1 1 will be 3. So here by like this we can fill all the values, and to convert all the codes with each other we can check the values for these type of conversions. Now there are some common powers. Powers, as we already know, that if the base is 10, the powers are known as pico, nano, micro, milli, kilo, mega, giga, tera. So symbol will be P, N, mu, M, K, capital M, capital G, capital T respectively. The values, corresponding values are given as pico is 10 raised to the power minus 12, nano is 10 raised to the power minus 9, and micro is 10 raised to the power minus 6, and so on, as we all know. But it is for the base 10. For base 2, when we come to the base 2, then what is the kilo? That is 2 raised to the power 10. 2 raised to the power 10 is 1024. So if I want to convert from kilo to mega, then we need to convert as 2 raised to the power 20. That means 2 raised to the power 10 into 2 raised to the power 10, or you can say 1024 into 1024, and the value is like this, 1048576. Similarly, if I am converting to giga, then the value will be 1024 into 1024 into 1024, that is 2 raised to the power 30, and the value is like this. The decimal is used in common life, daily life. We are using the decimal numbers, these powers, and base 2 powers are used with the memory kind of thing. That means the memory, the base 2 interpretation is being given for memory, like we want to address any particular memory location, or we want to calculate the memory capacity for a given chip, then we need to know all these common powers for base 2. Now we know how to multiply the powers. We just add the powers if they are having the same base. Okay. Now coming to the addition. For binary addition, the 0 0 will be added as 0, 0 1 to be 1, 1 0 to be 1, and here important, 1 plus 1 is 0 and carry is 1. This is the carry bit. Okay, this is binary addition. Now 2 n bit values. So how to add the two values which are having 2 digits? So let us consider one example. Let us calculate 21 plus 25. So in decimal we can add very easily 21 plus 25, that is 46. Now we will add in binary domain. So the 21 equivalent number is 10101, and for 25 it is 11001. Now coming to the addition part. So how to add? So in the previous slide we saw whenever we are adding 1 and 1, carry is 1. otherwise carry is generally not generated. So here 1 0 1 1 1 0. So now how it is coming, let us understand. 1 1 0 carry will be here. 1 plus 0 1, no carry. Okay, 1 plus 0 1, no carry. 0 plus 1, no carry. 1 plus 1 0, carry is generated, and here this carry will be written. Okay, let us have the decimal number. So 0 1 2 3 4 5, that is 2 raised to the power 5 plus 2 raised to the power 3 plus 2 raised to the power 2 plus 2 raised to the power 1, adding 32 plus 8 plus 4 plus 2, that is 46. Same we are getting in binary addition. Multiplication, decimals, we all know this process, nothing to discuss. Multiplication for binary numbers, 0 into 0, that will give 0. Whenever there is a 0, that will definitely give 0 in the answer, and if all the bits are 1 and they are getting multiplied, the value will be the same as 1. Now coming to the multiplication, as with decimal values, we can multiply the decimal binary multiplication also. The same rule is applying. So for multiplication with 1, same value will occur, shifting towards left, again same value by 0, all the values to be 0, again 1, shifting to the left, and now we can add to get the final result. Okay, so the addition process in binary is also same as we were doing, we are doing for the decimal numbers. Now as all we know, the decimal to decimal, if I want to convert a 3.14, how to do it? Now binary to decimal. Now if I want to convert my binary number to decimal number, so here starting from this 2 raised to the power 0, 2 raised to the power 1. Now after this point of decimal, I will have 2 raised to the power minus 1, 2 raised to the power minus 2, 2 raised to the power minus 3, and 2 raised to the power minus 4. So process will be same as before, where we were converting binary number to decimal number. So all we will multiply and then finally adding to get the final number for fractional numbers basically. Similarly, from decimal to binary, if I want to calculate a number for 3, so what I will do is I will deal this one separately and this one separately. For dealing this, as before we were doing 3, that is 1 1, and for 0.14579, what we are going to do is we will multiply by 2. Again this decimal part will be multiplied by 2, again this decimal part will be multiplied by 2, again this decimal part will be multiplied by 2, again this is multiplied by 2, this is multiplied by 2, and again if we want we can proceed like this. Noting down the bits which are coming here, 0 0 1 0 0 1. So we will write here 0 0 1 0 0 1, 0 0 1 0 0 1, and that can be continued. But if we want, we can terminate up to any point. So here we are having a table which is showing how to convert a decimal number to binary, and all these are in fractions, all binary number in fraction, octal number in fraction, and hexadecimal number in fraction. Now coming to a very important number scheme, that is signed number. How to represent a negative number into its binary number. Sign and magnitude representation. Second is 1 complement representation, 2's complement representation. So negative numbers can be represented by any of these three methods. The sign and magnitude representation is okay, but it is not very practical because the hardware is complex in this case, whereas in case of 1's complement and 2's complement representation, the hardware part gets less complex and it is easy to design any hardware using 1's complement or 2's complement. Let us, I want to subtract two numbers, so I can take the 2's complement or 1's complement and I can add. Yeah, that means using adders only I can perform both operations, addition as well as the subtraction. So we have basically these three methods: sign magnitude, 1's complement and 2's complement representation for negative numbers. For the goal is negative number system is signed system are very simple. That means we will write the magnitude in binary form and then at the before the MSB we will put a 0 for positive number and 1 for negative number. Here it is mentioned. For positive number we will put a 0 and for representing negative number we can put a 1. Okay. Coming to the 1's complement. So 1's complement number is very easy to derive. If I want to write the 1's complement of this particular number, then I will just flip all the bits. That means in place of 0 I will write 1, in place of 1 I will write 0, 0 and 1, like this. So it is easy to derive 1's complement number. Now again 2's complement number. If I want to write a 2 complement number of this, then first of all I will take the 1's complement and then I will add a 1. Okay. So 1 1 0, the carry will go, 1 1 0, the carry will go, and this will be the 2's complement number for the binary number. So that 2's complement is basically, it is replacing the subtraction. 1's complement is also replacing the subtraction. Now if I want to convert any positive integer, then how to represent a minus x, right? So what we can do is, the rule position is the flipping the bits for 1's complement, flipping the bits for 2's complement and adding 1. Okay. So formula for any 1's complement is flipping and 2's complement is flipping and adding 1. Okay. So here let us have one example that how to write the number in its binary form. Let us understand how we are doing it. Let's say we are having a number which is 5. Okay. So 5, for representing 5, I can write it as 101. Since it is a positive number, so a 0 is placed here and 101 is the magnitude. In signed also this will be 5, 1's and 2's also will be the 5. How this is going? If the number is positive, I will write the binary in its original form or in its accurate form. In its accurate form, I will write the binary, and the 1's complement and 2's complement are always same as sign magnitude form. Okay, but if the number gets negative, if the number is signed, then the 1's and 2's complements values will get changed. As we can see, for this -1 is -6. See here, the -1 in sign magnitude, and the 1's complement form it is -6, and 2's complement form it is -7. How to calculate? So for sign magnitude, let us understand. I am taking an example of this -1. I am given this binary number 1001. Okay. If the first bit MSB it is 1, that means the number is negative, I will put as minus sign. I will calculate the magnitude of it. Here it is -1. Okay. Now if let's say this binary representation denotes the 1's complement form, then how we will go? Okay. So what I will do is, since this is 1, so I will write a minus here. For 001 I will take the 1's complement, that is, and my number becomes -6. So here it is coming. Okay. Similarly, taking the second example is -7. Let us suppose that this number is representing its 2's complement form, same number 1001. So since this is 1, I will put a minus, and for the remaining I will take 2's complement. So 2's complement will be 1101. Adding 1, I will get 1. Okay. Here I will get 1, 1, 1. The number will be -7. So like this we can understand the same binary is getting values in differently in all the number schemes. If the n bits system are given, how to calculate the number of the total numbers which can be contained in such positions, in such signed formats. So the formula for all such is, if signed and ones, the range is 2 raised to the power n minus 1 to 2 raised to the power n minus 1 minus 1, and here they from 2 raised to the power n minus 1 to 2 raised to the power n minus 1 minus 1. That means if let's say a 3-bit system is here, then we can just put a 3 in place of n and we can find out the number range. That is, if let's say example of 3 bits for 1, that means from -3 to 3. This is the range of total numbers for this particular system in 1's complement form. In 2's complement form, it will be from -4 to 3. Similarly, the range for 6 bits in 1's complement is -31 to 31 and -32 to 31. Similarly, range of number for 5 bits -15 to 15 and -16 to 15 and for 8 bit minus 127 to 127 and minus 128 to 127. So that's all for the lecture. Thank you.